You really want some cake? Yeah. Hi, Zoe and I are here, and we're gonna cook a dessert. But I'm gonna do it quickly, and hopefully you're gonna try it and tell me what you think, because you will love this. What do you think, Zoe? Say so. So we're gonna preheat our oven to 350. Okay, for this cake recipe, you're gonna need apple pie filling, some walnuts, cinnamon, eggs, milk, margarine, baking powder, flour, and sugar. So we're going to take 1/4 cup of margarine, and when you're doing the margarine, it's important that you press it down so there are no air bubbles in it. And we put it in the bowl. Let me just get rid of that. Now what we want is 3/4 a cup of sugar. There we go. And we're going to add 1 egg. Now, as I said, you can mix this by hand with a whisk. It'll work, it'll just be longer. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 1/3 cup of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 3/4 cup of milk. I'm going to pour just a little bit in right now, just to get it started so it doesn't fly all over the place. We're going to put it on low speed. And we're just going to let that mix in a bit because we don't want a big mess. Slowly I'm going to add the milk. I just want to scrape down a little bit. But you can see the batter is pretty thick. And I'm going to put it back on. So from here, we're going to mix the rest by hand, because we don't want to overwork the flour and the gluten. We want it to taste good and fluffy. And right now, we're going to spray casserole dish. You're better to have a deep casserole dish than long or wide, but you pretty well do it any way you like. We're going to put half the batter in the casserole dish or the cake pan, whatever you choose. We're going to spread it out the best we can. You can see the batter is pretty thick. Don't worry, that's what it's supposed to be like. Now, if you want, you could have added nuts, raisins, anything you wanted to the batter. Then you're going to take your half the can of apple pie filling, and you're going to try to get that spread the best you can. Then you're going to take the other half of the batter, and we're going to put it all in there. We spread it the best we can. Doesn't matter if some of the apple shows on the side. The second half with the rest of the apple pie filling. Just try to move it around the best you can. There, we're done. So we're going to put it in the oven for an hour. We'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay? And we'll let it preheat while we make the cake.
Do you want to just say that again, because I made noise and it's going to be weird? Just like start over with the turning the oven part on.
Okay, for this recipe, you're going to need walnuts, a can of apple pie filling.
I didn't get that.
Okay, for this cake recipe, you're going to need apple pie filling. You're going to need...
Okay, start over, first we're going to take...
Okay. If you did like me and you got an eggshell in there, the easiest way to get the eggshell out, I'm going to have to lift, but this is a really good idea. I'm going to take the bowl out. Okay.
Want me to stop?
So if you ever get an eggshell in there, you just take the other piece of the shell and you go and you scoop it up. Beat this up a little bit. As it goes along, I'm just going to put it higher so it gets nice, light, and fluffy. I say baking soda, but baking powder.
It's just soda.
3 teaspoons of baking soda. 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And then make it all yucky. We want it